and we're officially backstage at Riot Fest. I'm James Van Osdell. Car Con Carne all through Riot Fest, all through the fall, brought to you by Sopel Solar. Now is the time to get in on solar power. Get those panels on your roof. Start saving money the second they're installed, and for nothing out of pocket. Get your consultation now. It's easy to do. It's kind of fun to do online. SopelSolar.com, SOPELSOLAR.com. My friend Brent Sopel, former Chicago Blackhawk, he's going to take care of you. He's going to help you change your life. Basically, take control of your utility bills. Have cost certainty for the first time ever. Welcome to Riot Fest, and thank you, Sopel Solar.
It's Car Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Car Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Osdell.
I'm backstage in the corner.
I'm backstage with Adam Cryer, Stubhy Panda, Lucky Boys Confusion, who just finished at Riot Fest on stage. I'm going to tell you something because I've known you guys for years. I got chills when I saw you start to play. Like there was something very thrilling about seeing you in that, like knowing you as long as I have, seeing you in that environment. I kind of got the chills watching you today.
Thanks, man. It was pretty. I would say about 3 songs in, I was like, wow. This is kind of cool. This is kind of real. You know what I mean? Like once the show jitters went away, and I got to look out in the crowd, and I was like sometimes at this point in time in our careers is like I feel as separated as sometimes as like everybody else, because we don't do this every day like we used to, you know? So like doing it sometimes for myself, I'm like, oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, this. Oh, this is so cool. They're singing along. I'm like, it's a lot of that.
One of the cool things about playing early is now we're out of the firing line, and we can enjoy ourselves.
For sure. And you guys, earlier today I talked to Deanna from Sincere Engineer, who were on the same stage you played on. She got choked up when she was on that stage. Stubby, I heard you got choked up on stage today. There's something very emotional about playing to your hometown crowd. You mentioned all the stuff you've been through. I mean, it just all kind of came to a head for you on stage.
It was the first time, and now you're making me feel it again. It was the first time, like, there's been times where I got an emotion. Of course I got emotional on stage, but this was the first time that I had to go get it together, because I really honestly started crying. And I'm about to do it again. It's been a rough time, and the fans have been so supportive and cool with, like, I'm not healthy anymore. I have a horrible disease, and it makes it really hard to do this. And just seeing everybody sing along, I just couldn't hold it back. It was a lot, and it's been a long time since we played. And you go into your normal everyday life, and it's been a really rough last month and whatnot. And just seeing everybody sing along and support me, and me meaning us, was just wonderful. So yeah.
And there's no guarantee at a show like this that your fans are going to be there. It's a festival show. You never know that your people are going to come out for you because it's a grab bag.
Yeah.
They were there. That had to feel good.
I couldn't believe it. I don't know what you have to say, Adam, but like, I expected like a little bit of the LBC stuff, but after we ended and they kept chanting, I was like, I hope the people at Riot Fest were listening, like that they made the right decision. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that, like, I'm sure, we're not a big band nationally or internationally and whatnot. We made our stamp, but like, they had to, there's a bunch of other bands that could have had our slot. Well, why should Riot Fest have put us on? Well, there you go. That's why. Because we actually we brought, like, it's nice to see that the crowd that would have came anyway, and extra people that came because of us. That was pretty cool. At
Adam?
125, pretty cool.
Adam?
Early, yeah. It's kind of cool to see that they're getting older, of course, but now there's a younger generation as well. So it's kind of like it's like when we used to play at colleges, and like the upperclassmen would tell like the new kids, you got to go to this show. You know, so it keeps going on. It's really cool to see. I didn't know what to expect, and I was really happy and pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
So when I prepare for something like Riot Fest, where I'm talking to 10 to 15 bands over a weekend, I write notes. I mean, I prepare for every interview I do. I don't do that for Lucky Boys Confusion. I just had a blank sheet of paper for you guys because.
Is this like our 700th interview?
Yeah, something like that since like 1998. But I did write something down on this blank sheet of paper as we were playing. One of my favorite Lucky Boys Confusion moments were Lucky Boys Confusion from Downers Grove and Naperville, not from Chicago. You're being transparent. You're authentic. You're a suburban band.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit. It felt okay. So that started when we started touring. So and it was an organic thing I did one day, and it was like we got off like 200 shows, and there was a December Songs from a Scene show, like one of our Chicago end of the year shows, and we had played more shows than I couldn't even imagine. And I got up there and I go, we played our first 2 or 3 song set, whatever you set up, and I go, hey everybody, we're Lucky Boys Confusion from Chicago, and it was an honest thing. I go, no we're not. We are Lucky Boys Confusion from Naperville and Downers Grove because we broke through the bands from the suburbs really were not. Right. Nobody wanted to hear them. We weren't cool. So let's give props to the Downers Grove and Naperville kids that actually put us on the map. You know, that's where that comes from.
All right, so we saw the way the crowd responded to you today. We saw the enthusiasm on stage for you. When do we get to see you do this again? I know you've been wrestling with stuff. When can we see more of Lucky Boys?
So when are we doing this again?
Show or a festival?
A show.
Well, did you not? I think there was one announced today, but that's
the MS Suck show is going to be next year. Until then, we don't really have anything planned. I got a baby coming, so we'll probably do something. I'm not really sure, but I'm not getting healthier, so the shows are going to be the frequency of them will be a little bit less, but we'll bring the same energy that we brought today whenever we do play. I want to do one more show this year, and then kind of try to figure out what to do next year, because this year was a 25-year anniversary, but with doing Riot Fest, we are limited to how many shows we could play. So I have a few ideas for next year. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll just lie and say that next year is actually the 25th.
Yeah,
I
like to kind of
do entertainment. I hate to break it to you.
Who's actually counting,
Well, and Stubby, congratulations in advance on your new kid. And if you are having health struggles, Uncle Adam is always there to help take care of the kid.
He's great. He comes over and he takes care of the kid. He changes diapers, and it's great. You should see him with
I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah. You just clean poo, dude. It's not that hard.
I do have an image of Adam Cryer as a perpetual bachelor.
Adam actually made enough of an impact on my daughter with only meeting her 2 or 3 times that she constantly asks about him. So
he is charming.
Charming. My daughter is his goddaughter.
I love that.
And I always pick out presents for her birthday that I know he will love. Like the loudest
he's a huge
thing
asshole.
that we can find.
The loudest, most annoying shit. And then the last one was a mic and a guitar, like a toy mic and guitar. And she goes, and so whenever she goes, Bobby, I'm gonna be rock star now. and I'm like, oh, let me show you how. She's like, no, Uncle Adam knows how. I'm like, you sound like the rest of Chicago.
Uncle Adam. All right, Adam Cryer, Stubby, Lucky Boys Confusion, fantastic set. It felt, like I said, I got chills. It was just
Thanks for
exciting for me to see you play today. Nice job.
Man.
Blast.